All right, Sidnev is ready. So off we go to this set. Good luck, have fun, both players. All right, we're looking for Square ZTTT for the opener.
That looks
Square
about right.
ZTTT. That checks out.
Sidnev already with the incredibly built out left.
Right.
Also, the big advantage, the single push down point. I will always extol the virtue of a push down point.
Ooh, nice J spin there for Sidnev. Unfortunately, though, still having to take a couple of more burns before getting in stack situated, but is able to do so. Now it's a clean board. Gerald had some cleanup to do. No more holes in his stack, but has a long bar dependency. He's able to get the long bar and 2 J's to fill in middle of the stack. Now he's just looking for another long bar to score Tetris, and there it is. So 56,000 for Gerald Freeman. Sidnev currently with the lead at 99,000.
Sidnev also a few lines in the future, but both players definitely having their issues with the early parts of this seed. But I mean, we're looking at the best of the best. They're gonna find their way out of these situations a lot better than most would.
All right, dirty left well set up for Gerald Freeman. One off of row 3. Bars nowhere in sight. He's having to take some safety burns. There's 2 L's down the left side. And finally the bar shows up. Gerald Freeman scores a Tetris. And it's going to keep this left well.
The bar is definitely at a premium in the early going here. Sidnev, though, is taking full advantage of every last one of them. 197 on 47 lines, 140 for Gerald through 44 lines before that double.
Now we have both players clean stacks. Gerald has transferred the well over to the right side. Now in a better position to start building some efficiency.
Sidnev with a very fancy tuck right into a square burst. Kind of playing at the rooftops right now.
Both players having to wait on the next long bar. You can see that with you're not seeing a long bar on the screen, and also their builds are fairly high. Both players are able to knock down a Tetris. We've now entered the second half of level 18 with Gerald Freeman at 227 and Sidnev at 297. So, oh wow,
my goodness.
Nice Vits. Beautiful play from Sidnev. Sidnev holding on to a 3 Tetris lead at the moment.
Oh,
Hangs this bar. Able to get the burn, but unable to get anything over to the right. That's an early top out from Sidnev.
299.
Get to 300,000.
What is Gerald's text beneath that? Is that beating Ryan Amberdy in chess?
2, 1, Tetris.
I'm gonna check that actually.
All right, so it's saying, so the winner of this has to beat Dog twice in a row, right? And the answer is yes.
Okay, the beating Ryan Amberdy in chess is one of Gerald's goals, which is an admirable goal.
Oh, wow. It's kind of piling pieces on the left side. Waiting for a good way to resolve the middle of the stack. Oh my goodness, that J left.
They are so sharp with these tucks too. It is mind-boggling and also terrifying.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Really fast piece move, and finally the bar shows up. That was the wrong time to get droughted. Oh wow, nice tuck of the L piece there. And I'm still open for Tetris down the right side. That hole is on row 5, so it's not going to be an issue yet. Right now it's at the bottom. Sidnev's going to continue up stacking. Their plan is probably to just take a triple with the bar and then just build off of row 2. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Just trying to find a way to keep pace here. Gerald at 168 on 38 lines, 43 lines, Sidnev with 155. So Sidnev knowing that they've got to just find ways to score however possible, even with that kind of terrifying and now pretty holy stack.
Ooh, this would be a really good time for Sidnev to get a long bar. One of those holes could be opened up, but unfortunately it took a little bit too long to show up. The opportunity to get those holes uncovered is going to be pushed back a bit.
And the sneaking suspicion Sidnev is not afraid of playing on row 2 for a while.
And that is entirely possible. Okay, there's a long bar for a Tetris. That's going to open up one of the holes. I'm actually just going to go ahead and just try to work off of row 1. Untimely square given the board state. Yeah, this was a pretty messy transfer attempt. But it does eventually work out as Sidnev is finally set up with a right well off the first row. In the meantime, Gerald has now built the lead to nearly 100,000 points. I'm just going to score 2 Tetrises, and that's going to decrease the lead, but the same 2 long bars that Sidnev used had now shown up in Gerald's stack, and he's going to get those 2 Tetrises to bring the lead back to nearly 100,000 points. And this is a large part due to some of the high up stacking Sidnev was doing, causing them to be a little bit further along the piece sequence.
It also helps explain the difference in lines. Sidnev is pretty consistently here, about a Tetris worth of lines ahead. Gerald keeps pulling it back in slightly, and then you look up and Sidnev is busy scoring more Tetrises, and, well, there you go. Ooh, great adjustment with a J.
Both players are continuing to score, so we're not seeing anything change in terms of the lead. Gerald Freeman still several Tetrises ahead of Sidnev.
See, all the bars from game 1 have shown up. Glad they could join us.
Yeah, Gerald is not showing any signs of slowing down, though. Right as I say that, a bar dependency appears, and with Sidnev still being clean, this is an opportunity to try to catch back up to Gerald Freeman.
Both players over 500k. Gerald is going to go to 584 on 117 lines. 511 for Sidnev on 120 lines. So, nope, Gerald now over 600k. Still has got room for 3 Tetrises, though. He's going to burn 1 off here. So we're looking at a mid-6 transition from Gerald. Sidnev can still pull together a high 500, but oh, not with all those T pieces.
Sidnev is going to clean this up in early transition, so this isn't going to turn into a dangerous situation.
The biggest
now
danger.
Level 19 with 564,000 points. Gerald with quite the pace here with 679 mid-19.
And Gerald transitioning over 650. That's the biggest problem right now. And to see if Sidnev can either turn on the jets or see if something happens. 4 squares not really helpful for the cause.
Oh,
and
Sidnev's going to miss the Z spin. It's going to take a couple more burns to get the board cleaned up, but the right well is back open, and Sidnev will score another Tetris.
Gerald's
Not
not
going to risk that S spin.
Gerald's not been super fast here through this early part of post. Definitely playing it safe, knowing he's got a healthy lead, can kind of afford to keep the stack in a little better condition. Did not get that S all the way left, though. This is going to cause a couple more burns, and now Sidnev definitely charging back into this. 754, 789, though a couple Tetrises worth the lines difference.
Yeah, we have Sidnev nearly a full level ahead, so while it looks like Sidnev has taken over the lead, in terms of pacing, the advantage is still in Gerald's hands.
But considering how deep both these players can run into the post-29 speeds, pacing becomes not as much of an issue. Were this CTM, it would, but no double kill screen here.
Ooh, beautiful OJ from Sidnev. That was very high up. Being able to recognize pieces on that short of a notice is incredible.
Gerald over 900,000 still in 24. Sidnev 939 in 25. 934 into 25 for Gerald. So Gerald still about a 2 Tetris advantage, though it's definitely shrunk. Sidnev really just trying to find any way to keep the pressure on, keep scoring more points. Stack, though, now getting a little spicy.
Ooh, great pieces there for Sidnev. Sidnev's going to be all clean. And looking at the paces, we're likely to see double 1.1.
Though Gerald did not get a bar, I think, exactly where he wanted on the left, and this stack is way high up. Good,
Nice
good burns.
piece
Just
to burn. Oh, and he's going to get cleaned up just like that. There's a Tetris for Gerald. 1,048,000 points. Sidnev, right on the cusp of 1.1. Oh,
Gerald,
that's a dangerous board for Gerald.
But
He's able to get the Jake all the way left and the square.
this speed is just unfair. Sidnev in a kill screen at 896. Wow, barely able to get that Tetris, but has got to find something
Gerald
left.
is still dangerously high. Is he able to get anything over? He's not, and he's going to top out at 863. Sidnev already with a 1.1 has enough to take game 2.
Sidnev just able to stay cleaner in the latter parts of post there, and you can see how quickly that makes a difference in the score. And we are tied up at 1. And setting up for this
We're going to
dirty.
see this. Oh my god.
Oh, we had to. We had to.
All right, that's 1 ready. And that's 2 readies.
We're all knotted up at 1. And 3, 2, 1.
Tetris. Ooh, very close starting times here. That was a miscalculation, it seems, from Sidnev.
Or they just wanted to play on row 2 again because it worked out in the long run in game 1.
Sure.
You know. Or it was the bits. It was all for the bits. Clearly.
Yep.
That is just 40,000 IQ.
Oh, the double tuck of the S. That was so good.
One more row 2 Tetris, but this is going to be a little bit of cleanup.
Yeah. Gerald has not burned yet. 3
The line
Tetrises
spin. Sidnev now just styling. We got the ridiculous bits, the row 2, the line spin. And if how many bases do we have left to cover at this point?
I don't know. Oh, beautiful 5 and below from Gerald Freeman. That was Well done setup there on the left to keep the left side nice and flat. Joe's going to score another Tetris. Still 0 burns for him. Oh, that was an amazing adjustment there with the J flat to set up the L tuck. But if he's going to stay burnless, he's going to need 2 bars. All right. And there they both are.
Well, yeah, naturally.
And there it is, 200,000 at 36 lines. This is the kind of pace you get when you don't burn.
That is 10 clean. I don't
And
usually...
earlier tonight, we actually saw Dog do the same thing. Actually went perfect for 52 lines, I believe, before being forced into some burning. Sidnev not doing so bad right now. Has been able to score a lot of Tetris with not a lot of burns. Just that can't be perfection.
Sidnev definitely going for these style points in the early part of the game, but is now stacking on the actual points too. Oh, but that is a very not helpful sequence.
Bit of an awkward stack for Gerald as well, but got it cleaned up right away. We're 60 lines in. Gerald Freeman still has not burned. So undeniable lead for Gerald Freeman. Nice T adjustment for the J piece. Gets the long bar, gets a much needed L piece for the left side. Sidnev in the meantime is digging and unfortunately has a J hang.
Gonna get a good rooftop diving board, whatever you want to call it. A good healthy burn just to open things up, but Sidnev is going to be playing from behind again here. Just by a lot. Gerald is pretty much trying to be unstoppable right now.
Yeah.
Chase me down at
76
19.
lines, now 80 lines. So that's 20 Tetrises in a row.
Are you sure about that? It wouldn't end in a 20, would it? Unless there's 20 pushdown points side.
Oh, wait, there were 4 burns I missed? Well, there were burns here anyway, so... Wait. Oh, I think they were pushed down points.
But there are burns now.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Because 478, 800 is perfect on 84, and he had 478, 820. So yeah, there were 20 push down points.
Aha. Gerald is no longer perfect, but is ahead by a little. It's 505, 329 here, approaching the 100 line mark.
All right. In the meantime, we have Sidnev still behind by well over 100,000 points, almost 200,000, and unfortunately still dealing with a troublesome board.
And no relief in sight either. These pieces completely useless for this board. Finally, the bar arriving. Gerald's board took a hit as well, but Gerald also is sitting on a 210,000 point lead, so not exactly sweating it at the moment, just looking to dig it down, survive it, has a bit of an advantage.
Gerald took a burn in the middle of the stack that made it look like he wanted to see if he could set up a center wall, and then just opted out of it, just going for the triple instead. Board is much better now. Like to see that dependency in columns 3 and 4 addressed, and that L will do just the trick.
There's a dirty Tetris way up for Sidnev. You're just trying to find any way to stay in this game. About to go into transition just over the 400 mark. 657, another 650 transition for Gerald. 425 for Sidnev right now.
So just like last game, we have Gerald ahead in pace by quite the margin, except this time even larger. So Sidnev's definitely going to have to play even better post in a kill screen or hope for a huge mistake from Gerald.
Gerald's stack, not the most comfortable. I'm having a hard time getting to some of these holes here. Keep having to put weight on them. Is finally bringing them down. But Sidnev not fully able to capitalize. Finally getting a Tetris there up to 539. Gerald on 745, or on pretty similar line counts. Gerald's going to knock down another Tetris, get into 22 at 773.
Sidnev is trying to get the right side back open. That bar is going to be very useful for doing just that. Now clean into level 23, but unfortunately, still dealing with some suffer pace. 554. Now 582 after getting a Tetris, so Sidnev is definitely scoring once again, but Gerald is just still so far ahead. Currently 836,000 points, mid 23, and the Tetris into 24. It's very similar pace now to last game. Is there a line cap? No, there is not. All right, 737 for Sidnev. Remember, Sidnev had 550 on 23, so Sidnev has been able to play very efficiently since.
Sidnev also had it barely over 400 at transition. I think 420-ish. So that's another interesting number to think about.
Unfortunately, Sidnev running into a bit of trouble. Nothing dangerous, but definitely going to slow them down. Gerald, in the meantime, just trucking along, continuing to score more and more Tetrises, already having a max out. Almost a 1.1, still on level 27. Gerald is now in a good position to 1.2 in the kill screen, though unfortunately has a misdrop. I was just going to go for 2 triples. Definitely going to use this massive lead as an opportunity to just play safe and worry about survival. Both players have now entered kill screen. You have Gerald Freeman at B60 and 850 for Sidnev. So Sidnev 300,000 points behind.
And this board getting out of control very quickly for Sidnev. Oh, not able to get that piece off to the side, and that's going to be it.
Sidnev done at 861,000 points. So Gerald will take game 3 and bring Sidnev to match point. Gerald probably just looking for the 1.2. Because why not? And there it is. And a Tetris. Let's see. Gerald gets this Tetris. Oh, this is a drought. Oh, no.
A little bit.
Unfortunate. GG's. All right, here we go with game 4. Gerald looking to take this set and look to rematch Dog.
Sidnev trying to keep the party going a little bit longer and push us to a decider now that we've finally seen our first set go past 3 games.
Unsweep.
Sweeping in this economy?
Ooh, nice Z-spin for Gerald. Does not get the T left. Either that or he tried to adjust for the bar, but realized he could use it for a Tetris. Either way, another bar is going to show up. That left side's going to be addressed. Gerald's got a very comfortable stack from here. So early on here, both players have had fairly efficient starts, although Gerald's now taking a couple of more burns. So Sidnev's now going to have a small early lead, currently 130,000 points. Gerald at 120,000 points, so nearly a 1 Tetris difference between the players.
And if you're Sidnev, you got to be thinking, just got to hold on to this lead and don't give the game away. Just make Gerald work for every last point. And if you're Gerald, I mean, probably thinking just as much, hey, can we just get this over with now? So that's the question. Do you play this game more aggressive and try and end it immediately, or do you go, I've still got one in the pocket, lay back a little?
Both players continuing to maintain very clean stacks. Each of them waiting for a long bar. And it's going to show up for them both. Nev uses both of them for a Tetris. Gerald uses one of them for a Tetris, the other to get Tetris ready. Both players going to continue to score. So Sidnev currently in the lead, 276. Gerald 236. Sidnev ahead by 4 lines, but it's still a pace lead.
Sidnev is begging for an L. Finally, it shows up.
Yeah, of course, there's a couple of ways to look at it. Sure. Oh, wait, that's CT. Oh, that's probably Colin.
That is Colin, yeah.
I am dumb with names. Forgive me.
I think it more just depends on the style that you play in general. If you're more prone to go aggro, you're going to be more comfortable doing it, so that's how you're going to want to finish the set. Whereas if you're more of a sit back and, make them do the work kind of player. Whoa! Sidnev now bar dependent and Vitz ready. Now just bar dependent.
See that nod of approval. Oh my goodness.
Double Vitz.
Sure. That is something you can do.
That is one of the maneuvers that is possible in Tetris, yes. And Kingsman also bringing up a very good point. This is a $300 game right here.
Yikes. All right, both players have been cruising along. Occasional situations here and there, but otherwise, very clean play from both players. Both of them are in a really good position to get a 600 transition.
Sidnev is still ahead by about a Tetris, though is gonna have to take a couple burns here. We've been staring down yet another drought. Imagine that in the seeds that we've rolled today.
Oh, that is a really fast S left.
Yeah, that's is that legal?
We'll have to contact judges for their decision. All right, Sidnev's now clean, going to score another Tetris, 544. And with those burns, their paces are roughly equal now.
Yeah, Gerald able to take advantage as Sidnev was just slinging pieces to the sides.
So now 630 transitions are best case scenario for both players.
Sidnev with 2 left has 590 right now. Gerald at 570 with 6 lines to spare.
And those burned, forced into burning. Need the long bar, but long bar's not showing up, so they're just going to take the triple. Not risk anything crazy right before transition.
It's a 601, the transition score for Sidnev.
Gerald runs into the same drought, also has to burn, and gets the Tetris.
Sidnev now bar dependent on the left side. That is a well-timed bar to skim off and reopen the right. Sidnev coming into transition here with about a 1 Tetris lead. But there's still a lot of game to be played here. Not over till that curtain comes down. Well, even though the curtain doesn't come down because we're using Tetris Gym. Unless you're using qual mode.
All right, so we have both players on level 21, 679 for Gerald and 733 for Sidnev. Sidnev's going to move on to level 22. Looks like there's a very slight pace lead for Sidnev, though. With those burns, the pace is basically even.
That square burst causing just havoc in both stacks in different ways. Gerald just had to let them pile in the center. Sidnev tried to find spots for them, and, well, eventually found spots.
All right, both players keeping up pretty good paces. We have 850 on 24 for Sidnev and 820 on 23 for Gerald. They're both on track to 1.2 in the kill screen. Gerald setting up an overhang with the Z piece. Unfortunately, it's not going to work out. He's going to be forced into a dig. Oh, wow. Amazing OJ there from Sidnev.
Sidnev able to get the stack cleaned up quickly and gets another Tetris and is now looking to actually open up a lead here. A15 still in 26, and Gerald's board is in not the best shape here. Gerald at 902, still in 25. Sidnev squeaky clean, another score to go to A48.
And with that dig, Sidnev is starting to slip away. The lead growing now to almost 200,000 points.
There's that. There's a few lines of difference as well, but it certainly doesn't make up for the score difference at this point.
Oh, nice adjustment for Gerald. Moving the square over to make the J dependency, seeing the square was next. I was going to continue trying to play nice and
Sidnev
cleanly.
with a couple of awkward placements.
Oh, and it's right before kill screen. Definitely not the time for that to happen. Let's see if Sidnev's able to survive the transition.
Oh,
unfortunately,
double
double flip
flip.
the Z. Oh, and that's a top out at 1.16. So
B65.
Gerald,
So we're looking for a B66 from Gerald. Long ways to go.
yeah, so 130,000 points. And definitely, Joe Freeman knows how to line out and survive a long time. So Joe definitely is has the capability to actually take this, lead the chase down, and therefore the set.
Then again, with the longer, slower chase downs like this, it just forces you to keep playing that well for longer.
Yeah, it does. And there actually was a chase down against Dog that he did fail.
Couple opportunities for a triple there that Gerald passed up on just to keep taking singles, poking away at this. Now at A89, still needs to get to B66.
Yeah, it appears his goal is to keep the board as low as possible, which definitely makes sense for several reasons.
It's the 2022 version of middle-class white guy strats.
True.
We all had our days of lining out on 19. Now we're just doing it, but there's a 2 in front instead of a 1. Well, I say we. I'm not.
One day? Question mark? Eyes emoji?
Time will only tell. B33 now for Gerald. A double there to 37. Still needs about 30K more, but these lines worth more and more at this point.
Yeah, he's done most of the work for this chase down already. Just needs to close it out. Probably going to end up completing this chase down if he gets to 38. Couple more burns.
That double will do
Double
it.
is enough. Gerald will take game 4 in the set 3-1.
Sidnev making a heck of a statement there in game 4, but the controller definitely letting them down. That double flip making a very big difference. Gerald proving that survival on the 29 plus just immaculate here. Going, I'm not going to let... He's definitely saying, I'm not going to let what happened against Dog happen again.
We're gonna take a bit of a break. I could use some lunch right now, but no, I'll just grab a snack.
I'm waiting till the stream is over to order pizza, so don't feel bad.
Ooh. Yes. Yeah. You know what? While we're on break, you know what you could do while we let some time pass for Gerald to take a breather? You could click on that link there in the chat from Nightbot. It's the Division 1 prize pool. It'll take you to a place where you can drop a donation and increase the prize pool for these players. The winner of this match is guaranteed to make at least $300. And they could make even more if you want to contribute. I'll actually step away and get something quick to eat.
Have fun. I will be here. A very important public service announcement. K9 Watching Tetris has just made mention that they will double any prize pool contributions until the start of the next match. If you want to support these players and the excellent show they're giving us, now would be an incredible time. Peek, it's until the start of the next match. Whoops. $10 just plopped in there. So let's get this started. I have some experience doing fundraising stuff and hosting on streams for fundraising things. I've hosted for some speedrun marathons in the past. I've done my time with helping hype up crowds to get donations in before.
Donate $100.
Somebody just dropped in $100 really quick. I saw that. King's been putting in an extra 100 just in case. Yeah, if there are any Scott Grays hanging around, or any Shelbys, they wanted to add a little more to the prize pool, you know, we wouldn't say no. Let me see if I can pull up the percentages too. Trying to remember them off the top of my head. And I can never remember them off the top of my head. There we go. %50 to first place. 25% to second place. Rumor has it, all of Miles's TikTok money going into the prize pool. The whole thing, every penny Miles has ever made. Let's see how much it adds up to.
All right, I have returned.
Ah, you've missed some fun, T-Storm.
Oh, I've been listening.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I did hear about the $100 donation from Kingsman, and also $10.30 from a certain IanKeith. And oh my God, is that a $500 contribution from Dog playing Tetris?
That you are not you're not seeing that wrong. That's yep, no, that's K9. K9 mentioning that they are going to match everything added before the final match, and right now they're on the hook for about $610. Dog saying, "Whoop, my bad." It's an investment.
Yeah.
Although, to be totally fair to K9's wallet, that 30 cents was well before they made the announcement. The other 10 wasn't, though. Yeah. Go.
Mm-hmm.
And again, to be fair, I mean, Dog is even worst case scenario, getting back half of what he just put in by my math. Like, in addition to the rest.
Yeah, because like the winner gets like 50% of the prize pool, I think. So
Yep, first play takes 50% of the prize pool. Second takes 25% of the prize pool. Third, 15, and fourth, 10.
Right. Yeah, so that means that you know, if you have your if you make a contract, we have another person with a $25 donation
from Matt Frick. M. Frick, costing in $25. Thank you very much. Miles has locked himself out of his TikTok, apparently. Good work.
Oh dear.
We're all proud of you.
Wait, in a sense that kind of is what's happening.
You know. But as a quick little aside, that means that we've had Andy will be taking home, as of right now, before anything else were to fall into the prize pool, about $184. And Sidnev will be getting about $270 and change.
Right. So it's going to come down to who takes home $900 and who takes home $450.
You know, until other things might happen to show up. Dollar bills. Dollar, get holla. Temfu Ibis also with $10 tossed in there, asking to see, let's see some good Tetris. Shoutouts to Temfu Ibis and the incredibly enunciated Z's every time they say the word Tetris, and love it. We've got our seed, Foxtrot Alpha 9309, for our two final players, FA 9309.
Oh my. I mean, to be fair, in a sense, that kind of is what's happening. This is the season finale.
Have we not been running predictions this whole time?
We have not.
That's it.
Because neither of us knew how to set it up. But if you know how to do that, go on ahead.
Oh, easily. Bow. There you go. Throw some channel points at it while you're at it.
Except for me, because I am mod.
You can still do it because I'm the one who set up the thing.
I've it before in chat with other super streamers. I have not been able to do it.
You should